welcome back to Hike Oregon. This is part 2 of Pandemic Hiking 101. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the reality of hiking after COVID. If you are new here, welcome. I make hiking and backpacking vlogs as well as gear reviews and general tips and tricks videos. If you are interested in content like that, make sure to hit that red subscribe button and the notification bell so that you are notified every time I put out a new video. And if you want to see more content from me, head over to my Patreon. A pledge of $1, you can get 2 to 3 extra videos a month. The reality of hiking after COVID. Yes, we are all thinking about when the trails are going to reopen and how awesome it's going to be, and we can do group hikes again and all of this stuff. But the reality is, at least for a while, it will not go back to how things were before. Unfortunately, we are going to have to live in a new reality. So that is likely going to mean some different things for different states. So trails here in Oregon have been closed for 2 months now, and again, not sure how long they're gonna remain closed. So this is definitely going to mean different hiking for when we can all go back and hit the trails again. I've seen photos and videos, and I know for sure that lots of people have been hiking in areas that have been closed for months. Unfortunately, that will mean that some of the trailheads might be pretty gross by the time we go back to hiking. So this is where your COVID kit comes in that I talked about in part 1 of this series. So again, your COVID kit should include rubber gloves, hand sanitizer, Lysol wipes, trash bags. The reason for the trash bags is that you will likely find a lot of trash at these trailheads that were closed but people went to anyway. You will likely see human feces. If you don't have the equipment to clean that up, please don't clean it up. That is a huge health hazard, so please leave that alone if you do not have the equipment to pick it up. Make sure to be a good steward, pick up trash that's been left there, and just clean up the trailheads a little bit. Also, when the Forest Service does reopen the trailheads with bathrooms, they do not go to these trailheads every day and clean them. They might go every couple days, depending on how popular the trailhead is. This means that you can take your Lysol wipe and wipe the door handle. You can wipe the toilet a little bit. You can wipe, the grab bar where the toilet paper is. Just make sure that you are being safe. There are going to be a lot of people hitting these trailheads, and again, there's still no vaccine for the virus, so even though quarantine has been lifted, there are still chances that you could get it. The second thing I wanted to mention that is going to be an issue when we all hit the trails again is that there hasn't been any early season trail maintenance. All of these trails that we are now going to hit because they are now snow-free and weren't 2 or 3 months ago, they are not going to have been maintained. So usually we hit these trails in May or June, and trail maintenance crews have been through there already earlier in the season. However, this year, obviously, that didn't happen. So it's definitely going to make hiking a little bit more difficult. Take a little handsaw that might fit in your backpack. You can go ahead and cut little logs that might be across the trail, or bushes that are coming into the trail, that kind of thing. And then the third thing that is definitely going to make hiking a little bit different after we are allowed to hit the trails again is that we're still going to have to keep our distance. It is very likely that even though we can be out in public together, it is still advised to keep that 6-foot distance. So it does make it very challenging for group hikes or group backpacking excursions. And then of course, if you are hiking with multiple people, just don't share food, don't share equipment, don't hand someone your phone and say, can you take a picture? Have them take it on their phone or their camera, and just be more mindful about things like that. I know right now we are very, very hyper conscious about touching things and thinking about, oh my gosh, how many people touched this? How many people touched that? So just making sure that even though you are with your friends. Be conscious about that. And if you are sharing gear of any kind, wipe your trekking pole down before you give it to your friend. Another thing about hiking after COVID is that you might notice that especially the first couple of months after stuff reopens, the trails will probably be a little more crowded than you're used to, just because everyone has been itching to get outside. We've all been quarantined for so long and we're itching to hit those trails, see those nice views, and look at the wildflowers and just be outside. And that can definitely pose a little bit of a problem. So when you're looking to hit a trail, just be more mindful and conscious about that. If it is near a big city, it's likely to be a lot more busy, especially on weekends as people go back to work. Maybe you are self-employed or you don't have a Monday through Friday work schedule. Maybe then go hiking during the week instead of the weekend. Especially the first couple of months, pick lesser known trails, not the super popular or busy trails. I would really love to hear down in the comments below what things you think will be different in terms of hiking after COVID. Thank you so much for watching this quick video, and stay tuned for part 3. If you don't already, go ahead and follow me over on Instagram. That's where I post all of my pictures from recent hiking adventures. And if you are interested in hiking and backpacking here in this amazing state of Oregon, check out my website, hikeoregon.net, and you'll find tons of trail information there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next adventure.